Hello everyone. I want to show you in this video some more advanced Excel commands that I just worked with recently, and they're really nice, so I thought I would share them with you. So one of them is the command image that was added, I guess, in 2021 or something, and the concat, which is the new version of the concatenation command. Now, concat is to work with strings, so it's nothing really special about it. So if you have text1 and text2 and so on, then you can just concatenate them and make a single string. Okay, so that's not really complicated. Now, image is the interesting one. And here you can insert images from a URL from internet. If there is a really credible link for downloading and getting that image, you can bring it into Excel. So all you need is to provide is the source, okay? And then alt text is basically like the explanation for it, a name for that image, explanation. And then there are sizing options, right? So I'll show you the sizings are like 0, 1, 2, 3. And they are like, hey, don't change the size of the picture, fit it to the cell. Or like 3 means I give it a specific height and width. Okay, so you can bring them and show them here. And here I want to show two examples of that. One is this one. Look at this. This is what I did. All I did is I found this image on Wikipedia, which is the countries where ChatGPT is available. Okay, so all the green countries have ChatGPT available. And all I did was just got the link of this, right? And that's all I did, just provided the link. And you can see that, right, by providing the link and putting it in double quotation mark, it is going to read that image from that link and bring it for you. So here, if I go, look, you see, this is that link. So if I go here and go to that link, this is exactly this image. So it reads it and bring it in. That's all it does. And as I said, there are sizing options on everything. So let me show you that. So if you say this is equal to image of, and then give it some source like what I just did. And then look, alt text, let's say I don't want. And then, or I just say chat GPT countries or something like that. And then when it goes to sizing, here is what I wanted to explain. So 0 means fit the cell size. 1, so you see here, fits the image in the cell, maintaining the original aspect ratio. 1 means ignoring the aspect ratio. 2 means just maintain the original size. And 3 means you give it a custom height and width. Okay, so you can do all of these options. And so this is the command image. Now, I saw somebody on Instagram, he did this trick that was really good. I liked it. I want to show it to you. So he typed in the name of some companies that have a .com, right, at their end, like youtube.com, Ansys, or Mazda, or something like that. And then he made this other side to create the logo of those companies, which I really liked. So what that person did was, he concatenated this website, which is, I'll show you, called Logo Clearbit, and then the name of that company, and then .com. So what this one will create is basically something like https logoclearbit.com /youtube.com. Okay, so it creates just a text like that. That's all it does. Then pass it to the image. So now that is going to be the address for where that logo can be created or made. And once you have the address of that image or that logo, you give it 1, so it means, hey, bring it in and keep the aspect ratio and fit it to the cell size, and this is what you can get. Now, so what is that here? So to show you here, I'm going to copy this portion, and then I'm gonna go here and change this portion of D4 to basically youtube.com. Okay, so what is this? This is basically the address of an image. And you might say, where do you get the address of that image like that? if you just type in any company's name, it could create it? Well, mostly yes. Now, how does it do it? This is this API that, basically logo API tool that they made is free. So it goes and reads these companies' logos from all over the internet. And when you call the name of this website, which is clearbit.com, and all you need to add to it is just the name of the company.com or anything, that will create the logo. So by just running one line here like this, if you just type this address, because it is using that API website, it is going to create the logo of YouTube and create a link for it. Look here. Did you see? So it generates this address, puts the logo of company in that address. So now you have a link to download this logo. Now, if I change it to ansys.com, look, all I need is to change this to Ansys. There we go. You see, so it is using the power of this API, logo API, Clearbit that somebody wrote. And it creates these beautiful logos here. So again, this is not me making it. I saw somebody doing it on the Instagram, and I wanted to explain how it is working because it's really cool. So these are two of the commands that I wanted to show you: concatenation and especially image, and of course Clearbit. And then there are these other commands that I wanted to show you. So one of them is RANDARRAY. So if you want to create random numbers as a matrix in general, the command is called RANDARRAY. So what you need to pass to it is the size of the matrix. So here I said 6 by 1. So this is going to go 6 rows on one column. And then you give it the minimum and maximum. So your numbers are between -10 to 20. And then there is this fifth input, which is integer, and it's a logical value, true or false. If you pass true, then the number generated will be integer. If you say false, then they will have decimals. Correct? So you can generate a matrix of random numbers between minimum and maximum value with a specific size, and they can be all integer or non-integer. And that's what I did here. Look, I generated these 6 random integer numbers, beautiful, between -10 to 20, right? So now if I just change it and say between -20 to 20, right, and do it again, you see, there we go, I get a separate number. And each time you do F9, which is executing the whole basically sheet, you're going to get the new set. Look, you see? So you're going to get different sets of numbers. So that is a beautiful thing. And the next command, which I really like you to see, is lambda and map. So what is lambda? Lambda is basically like anonymous functions that you have in MATLAB. So here you create a function, and we call it a basically custom function, reusable function. So let's say this is the function that you don't have naturally in Excel and you want to have, and you create that. So this is a function of x, and the function is x squared. Or you can make it 2 variables. It's a function of x and y in like x sine of y plus, x squared, something like that. So you can make it as many variables as you want. On the left side are the input arguments. On the right side is the criterion of the function. So you create this lambda, but now to apply this lambda function on a set of numbers like this column of random numbers here, you need to use the function map. So map will apply the lambda function to what numbers? To numbers from B3 to B8, which are these numbers. So you see, using map and a range of numbers and the custom function, you see here, if you look, let me escape. You clearly see each number here on the left is a squared, and you got the number on the right. And of course, if you want, you can change the function. So here I added -2x plus 6 and then applied it, and clearly you see it's working, and I can generate more random numbers. So here I showed you 5 advanced commands: lambda, RANDARRAY, map, image, and concatenate. Now, concatenate was not super advanced, but that Clearbit, that website, that API, was something that made me interested. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you.